Hi, I'm Monica Cesarato, a food and travel blogger in Venice. Welcome to Venice Meets, a series of live chats from Instagram every day at 6 p.m. CET. Today, I will be talking to Emanuela Perenzin, pluri award-winning cheesemaker from Veneto in Italy.
Comes. Ciao,
Ciao.
Manuela. Welcome. We do this in English, yes?
Excuse me?
We're gonna do this in English, yes?
Yes, we can try with my bad English, but I know that in
No.
any case you can help me.
Yeah, your English is not bad at all, actually. How are you, darling?
I'm fine, very tired because we are working, so we have no time for our private things, but it's okay.
Okay, because you are one of the few businesses that actually was allowed to stay open during the lockdown because you are a cheesemaker.
Yes, we are open. We are open in the production, so cows still make milk, goats still make milk, so we are going to make cheese, and also our shop is open. Our cheese bar, no, we have a part of our area closed, but the shop is open, and we are
And so,
open to welcome our client.
okay, so let's explain who you are. Who is Latteria Perenzin?
Okay. Me or you?
You, but me.
Ah,
And it's not my business, it's your business.
okay. I'm a cheese producer from Conegliano. Conegliano is inside the Prosecco di OCG area, so we are in a very nice wine area. But we are a sort of white mosquito because we are the only producer of cheese in that area.
Okay.
And we are there from a lot of years. Really, our history is long more than 1 century, and I am the fourth generation. So a very long history and very heavy responsibility
Of course.
to go ahead with our business.
Okay.
And
So, Emanuela, originally this was a small, well, obviously 100 years ago, your great grandfather started the business,
yes,
yes?
yes,
Okay.
it was
And it was,
Domenico.
sorry?
The name is Domenico Perenzin,
Domenico,
my
okay.
great grandfather.
Good. And he started and he was creating cheese. He was a local cheesemaker just for the local people, or was he already selling in other parts of the region?
No, at the first time they work locally, so it was a very, very, very small business. So a few farmers give them milk and they make a little cheese, but and also butter. And butter was most important than cheese at the time. It was a very important product, more than cheese.
Uh-huh.
But that is very, very small. I don't know
So,
the dimension of the quantity of milk, but I think
yeah.
it was a very, very small business
And then when
at
did he
that time.
start? When did he start to grow instead into what it is now? Because you're one of the most famous cheesemakers in the world.
Wow.
Why
Thank
you
you.
are?
I don't know in the world. In my area for sure. In Italy, maybe they know a lot of
Wow.
people knew us, but I start my management when I was 20, more or less, and with my husband when I was more or less 25, 30 years. We start to manage alone without my parents the production. So we try to keep our business more modern, still connected to the tradition, but different. So we start, for example, to produce organic cheeses. And it was more than 30 years ago we start
When
to.
way
Yes.
before the organic fashion
Yeah.
and wave and the tendency. Okay.
At that time, a few people know what was organic. It was really a very strange word, and also there was no certification. So it was. I think we was the very first dairy to start to produce cheese in Italy in organic way, and this.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And the second step, a very important step for us, was the production of goat's milk cheeses. And it was just 20 years ago. And we started to work goat's milk. It was a very strange thing for our area and also for Northeast Italy. It was very strange because usually dairy was producing cow's
Cows.
milk cheeses,
Yeah.
and we have the fortune to find a producer of goat's milk. They was organic, and we started to work with this supplier of milk 20 years ago. Now we have for 15 more or less producer that give us the milk. And I think in Italy we are one of the most important producer of organic oat milk cheeses.
Wow. Okay. Whoa. What a story. Wow. Right. Let's pretend. Well, I know about cheese, but let's say who's listening to us doesn't know anything about cheese and is your classical person that goes to the supermarket and buy, you know, supermarket cheese and stuff. Let's
Okay.
explain the different kind of cheeses that there are, and also then we'll go more on the specific Veneto cheeses that you are so well known for, like the drunken cheeses and so on. Okay?
Okay. So there is a very big difference, a lot of differences between industrial cheeses and artisanal cheeses. The first is the use of our hands. So we work everything by hand. We turn our cheeses day by day, turning by hand, not machine. And also we don't use for no reason preservative on the rind of the cheese. This is one of the most important thing. You can eat all our cheeses, also the rind. And this is very difficult to do because you need to clean, move it, to make a lot of things to keep the cheese in perfect shape. And it's not so easy, but the taste and the texture enjoy this way to do.
And Emanuela, I think is also the greatest thing as well. You eat everything of a cheese. You
Yes,
don't
of
throw
course.
away anything. So,
Yes, of course.
and of course, you know, the rind is different at the center and it is different flavors at the same time. So it's not just a
Mhm.
question of not to throw things away. It's also you having different flavors with a little bit
Yes.
of cheese. It's
Yes,
incredible.
in the center of the paste, you have a different texture and taste, and also in the rind. The rind is more dry, but the taste is more intense. So it's a very really different way to eat the cheese. Of course, if you buy an industrial cheese, you need to don't eat the rind. Because it's usually full of chemical things, so it's not good to eat. And it's the most important thing. Of course, another really important thing is the raw materials that we are going to use. So we use selected milk from selected farms. Especially, we try to use the organic milk. So you need to think to the wellness of the animal. that of course is really different for the animal that make a lot of milk, and the animal that stay well but make very few quantity of milk respect the industrial one. And it's a really big differences, not only organoleptic, but also philosophy, by philosophy. So I want to eat things that are good for me, but good for the animal, good for the environment. So it's really important. Also, it's a decision really important to do for every consumer. It's really important,
and of course, because
it's decide to buy.
And because it's not mass produced, because it's organic, it's not, the milk is not mass produced, so accordingly, cheese is not mass produced. So you know, it's very important. This is very important, and it varies a lot as well, doesn't it? It's never the same. It can't be the same, can it? Because the animals, and because you are using natural ingredients, it's
of course,
gonna be different, right? Okay, good. Okay, so what type of cheeses? You know, you always explain me. I always forget. Cold and hot. No, cooked and I can never remember. Quelli, okay, you go.
In Italian.
Erika always tells me. I always forget.
So there is a different way to classify cheeses. It is your question. So for first, we need to look at the milk. So we can classify the cheese looking at the milk. So goat's milk, cow's milk, buffalo milk, mixed milk, sheep milk. A second way is to consider the treatment of the milk. So
that was it.
We can use raw milk, so milk that is not that has not pasteurization. We can use pasteurized milk. This is really important thing, and it's not so easy to find cheeses produced in raw milk. We have one cheese produced in raw milk, but I find that it's also really hard to find the right consumer of this kind of cheese, because they are every time different. So the taste is fantastic, perfume, and a lot of taste, texture, but really it's really every time different. So for normal consumer, it could be not so easy to understand.
Okay.
We can have also the thermization, that is a very low pasteurization. So we kill a lot of bacteria, but not all. So we can keep more flavor, more perfume on the cheese, and also has a better texture. And also there is another, I'm not sure to remember the English word like you. You can have hard cheeses, semi-hard cheeses, soft cheeses, and there is a lot of way to define different cheeses. I'm a cheese master of ONAF. That is the sommelier of cheese for Italy, and also I take part to the guild of Italian fromager. It's another organization that it's really important for the professional in cheese. ONAF is more important for people that love cheese. It's a different approach on the tasting.
It is also what you need maybe to present the cheeses to your public, right?
Yes.
Because by understanding the flavors, you can then explain it to the people. The
Yes,
other
of course.
association is more like a professional association for
Yes.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, go on. Sorry, didn't want to stop you. Go.
No, no, it's okay. If you have any other question,
Right. I wanted to talk now about the Veneto cheeses because I realize that a lot of people like wine, above
yeah.
all abroad. In Italy, maybe they do know, but abroad they don't realize that the Veneto is one of the regions with the highest number of cheeses, of
Yes,
varieties.
and also highest number of awarded producer. If
Oh,
you
I
look at
didn't. Oh, okay.
yes,
Didn't know
if you
this.
look at
Okay.
yes, it's a new for you. But if you look at the award, Italian award, but also international award, Veneto, it's really has a really high number of award. So in Veneto there is also a special award called Caseus Veneti.
Mm-hmm.
It's a competition
Yes.
about cheese in Veneto. Every time is in a very very nice villas. I forget the name. Do you know in our area there are a lot of big villas?
Yes.
I forget the name.
Sì, no, stavo per dire la Farsetti, ma non è la Farsetti.
No,
Non mi ricordo, non mi ricordo. Ok, ok.
vabbè,
I
ci
don't
verrà
remember,
in
but
mente.
yeah, ci
Yeah.
verrà. Okay, yes. So let's talk about Veneto cheeses.
Yes.
What are the most famous that you
Okay.
obviously do, and also some not so well known, but in your opinion should be known?
Okay, so Veneto region, in Veneto region there are a few DOP consortium that is in English PDO, I think, and it is the Montasio and also the Asiago are the most important. There is also the Casatella Trevigiana and others small or too much big to involve Veneto, but also in Veneto, I think the most important, very special production is the drunken cheeses. It's
Yes.
you want to speak about drunken cheese? Okay.
I wish you could send me some, but that's different.
We come of course from a wine area, so it's normal for us to produce drunken cheese, but really it's a very very old tradition. The first book that speak about drunken cheeses was written in 1634 by a priest from Belluno, so it's a very old tradition.
So the story of the Austrians during the First World War, then is not true.
No, it's sure because it's okay. Also, it's drunken cheeses, but also cheeses hide in hay, in leaves, in fossa. All these kind of cheeses are born from the necessity to hide them.
Ah, okay.
There was a lot of reason to hide that cheeses. It could be from the warriors during wartime, like you said, but also from the owner when the farmers need to share with the owner the production of the year. Some shapes was hidden in the grape mark or in the hay, in the leaves. Sometimes use also the mosto.
Must.
The must. I don't want to know how was the wine that come from that must, but
we only care about the cheese.
Yes, it happens. So for this reason, we are now presenting this. No, it is not a new way. It could be 20 years that in Veneto we start to produce that kind of cheese. There are a lot of producers, but not also in Veneto, also in Friuli, Venezia Giulia, also in Piemonte. There are different, but in my idea, the first was Veneto, and the traditional drunken cheese was in cow's milk, drunk with grape of red grapes, so it could be Cabernet or Merlot grape, because in our area at that time, so I'm talking about 50 years ago, there was more red grapes than Prosecco. So it was typical to use this kind of grape, and also because the red grapes are rich of tannin. Tannin is a natural preservative. Also, the leaves that come from walnut are rich in tannin, and it helps the rind of the cheese to preserve from the mold.
Okay, okay.
So it was also this reason. And what we can see, we can.
Okay, so what's the difference now from the way the drunken cheese?
Posso dire una cosa? La mia mamma nel 1942 si è connessa. Adesso ci
Oddio!
sta guardando, la salutiamo.
Qual è?
Ciao mamma, Ungaro Ivana.
Signora Ivana, certo che sì, signora, complimenti.
Bravissima.
Brava, complimenti, well done. Brava. Okay, I want to know what's the difference between the way they used to make drunken cheese and the way we make them nowadays?
Okay. Now we have the fortune to have the vacuum, so we can preserve the rind easily. At that time, they keep the cheese a long time in the grape mark, a very long time, and also when they take off the cheese from the grape mark, they clean the rind, they dry it, and then they use oil. Someone uses pepper, salt, a lot of vinegar, a lot of things. Every family has different recipe to follow, and now it's more easy because we can now we take the grape mark, use to join the same wine, because grape mark are very dried in this time, and we warm it. We put the cheese inside this very warm place. The cheese stay there for 10 days, more or less. Then we dry it in a wooden table for few days, and then we put it in vacuum. So vacuum can protect the rind, and also the grape mark stay around the rind of the cheese, and it helps it to keep the flavor, to transfer inside the paste of the cheese the flavor of the wine, of course. So nowadays it's more easy for this reason. At the time it was not so easy.
Yeah, of course. What type of drunken cheeses do you have at Perenzin?
We have, it could be 8, 9 different drunken cheeses, because now we have different milks and also different variety of grape. So our most important drunken cheese is made with goat's milk cheese and drunken with Traminer grapes, Gewürztraminer, so a very aromatic wine, and it is our most important drunken cheese. We have the cow's milk.
This is the one that you keep winning year after year after year?
Yes.
Okay.
It won 19 awards, so it's our most important cheese, and I love it, of course, and it is really, really special also because the idea to make this special drunken cheese come from a particular, a very good friend of mine that has a few plants of Traminer here in our area. Sorry. And as the sun, sorry, I need to drink.
I was about to say, Erica, give her some water, please.
Yeah. No, I'm alone here.
Oh, you're alone. Okay.
I'm alone.
I know the feeling.
So he has the son that is allergic to cow's milk. So he came to us asking for some shape of cheese to make drunken cheese with the special traminer that he was harvesting. And we said, no, please give us the grape. So we make more shape, not only two for you, but more. So I think at the time we make 15 shapes, so very few quantity. And we discovered that it's a perfect combination. So the goat milk sent together to the aromatic of the wine. It's really, really interesting combination.
A match made in heaven, definitely.
Yeah.
What about the cera d'api?
Oh, the cera d'api, it's another very old tradition that came from Venetian tradition at the time of Marco Polo. You remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. At that time, they start with their ship full of cheese, oil, and wine. And they make a very long trips to the China direction. And they used to paint the rind of the cheese with beeswax in order to preserve from the water and the salt of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a tradition, but we start also for I forget the reason. We start to make this particular affination, and also this is really interesting because the beeswax give a very particular texture, scent, perfume, taste to the cheese. Yes, it's a very good cheese.
Yeah, I got to say, I have my favorites from yours, and definitely the cera d'api of all of all the mature cheese, because it's a mature cheese. Of all the mature cheeses that I've eaten in my years, is always my favorite. It definitely is. I haven't found another cheese with the same kind of flavor. It's just so particular.
Yes, it's elegant. It's an elegant taste and texture.
Yeah,
Round,
when did you win the award and when you ran out of it?
Excuse me?
Che anno era che ti ricordi quando ci siamo conosciute e che poi l'avete finito perché avete vinto e all'improvviso siete rimasti senza perché tutti
I forget it. It won some people
2016? Was it 2016? Yeah, it was. I think it was.
It won the award like best European cheese.
Yeah, so and then you ran out of it. Okay, questions. The first cheese you produced, the most sold, and your favorite. Oh, brava Marisa. Nice questions. I like my fans.
It depends on the primo formaggio what means. So for my management, it could be the goat's milk, because the other was the same cheese that my father produced. So we start to produce the goat's milk cheeses. So, and it was a very, very important moment, very difficult moment, because we was used to work cheese from cow, and the cheese that comes from goats is really different, it's really a different thing to work it. So we make a lot of trial. È giusto, prove?
Sì.
Trial. And We need 6 months to keep all our small line of goat milk cheeses ready, and it was a big satisfaction for us to start with this project.
Mm-hmm.
The most sell.
The most sold, the one that you sell the most.
I think at this moment, looking at all over the world, the Traminer one.
Traminer.
Yeah.
And your favorite?
Il mio preferito o il mio preferito?
Il tuo preferito dei tuoi, ovvio, che me ne frega degli altri. Yours, I don't care about the others.
No, perché ho le mie.
Okay. If you got also a favorite cheese from another producer, that's fine. But at the moment, let's talk about yours.
Yeah. So my favorite is in this moment the Traminer one.
Okay.
Because
and if you said it, and if you go, and if you have to pick instead a cheese of another producer from everywhere, it doesn't necessarily be an Italian.
The best cheese I ever tasted is a Spanish cheese called Queso Azul Gamoneo. It's a blue cheese.
It's a mouthful, just to say. Yeah. Okay, goat cheese. Okay. Yes. Soft, semi, or
it's blue. It's a blue cheese, so really creamy, really creamy, but not spreadable. Compatto ma cremoso. Compact but creamy.
You talk in my language. Blue cheeses. You talk in my language. Yeah. That is my favorite cheeses. Oh my God. Yes, I adore. When I came, I think it was 3 years ago now or something, but there was a master class about the blue cheeses and all the different one with all the different kind of affination. Oh my God, that was like to die.
So I look at the question, export USA, yes. We are selling
go on.
in USA.
Yes, what you sell? Sì, vai, stavo leggendo i commenti.
We are selling in USA from 2006-7, more or less, so it's a long time. And now, for sure, you can find our cheeses to Italy. So I know that brand for sure. So Italy is, there are 2 in New York, Los Angeles, I think Boston and Toronto, Canada.
Mm-hmm. But you sell online anyway, and online you sell worldwide, yes?
No, we start with our online in these days, so it's only for Italy.
Okay.
Because in this moment it's really not so easy to look around. And we are looking also for Europe because it's more easy to reach, but we are looking also for all over the world. So keep in touch. It could be in few months we are ready to sell.
Your assistant says Chicago too.
Ecco. Okay.
Okay, so Marisa loves cheese, so she's as a lanciata. Okay, she wants to know how much cheese do you produce in 1 year? Roughly.
So 1 year we work more or less 2 million liters of milk. It could be in kilos, dividi per 10, so 200,000 kilos of cheese. So it's not so easy to explain in shape because we have small shape and big shape. It's not like wine that you can measure it in bottle.
Yeah, of course.
For dairy production, the dimension of the business is how many liters of milk you work per year.
Per year.
2 million liters.
Wow. And you also make buffalo cheeses, buffalo milk cheese.
Yes, because we start we start to speak about drunken cheese, so we talk only about the Traminer one, but really we have the buffalo milk cheese drunken with Prosecco grapes. So
okay, so first of all, I want to know, where does your milk come from? Are there buffaloes in the area where you are?
yes, there are a few producers in Veneto region, not so much. In fact, we are able to make this cheese only during winter, when they have more milk to give us, because during the summer these farmers produce mozzarella for
themselves, yeah.
their business, so we are not able to find it. But during the winter we make a lot of buffalo milk cheese, so now we have a lot of it. It's ready, so you can buy it.
Okay, and in the range of soft cheeses that are my favorite, okay, as well as mascarpone ricotta, what do you actually do? Because I know you do a very nice one that I love.
So we produce a line of fresh cheeses in goat's milk. So it is ricotta, it is robiola, it is primo sale, it is cacciottina. They are really very, very fresh. And also we produce them in cow's milk. So ricotta, cacciotta, very fresh cheeses.
So, okay, now, Perenzin is not just a cheesemaker. A few years ago, I'm not sure when, you decided to, obviously you have a front shop, but you decided to do something a bit different, to create some kind of like a hub. So it's a mix between a bar, restaurant, place to come and read and eat at the same time. Do you want to show us around the place?
Yeah, we can make a small tour if you want.
Yes. So when was the Perenzin open?
Only today it's Monday, so it is closed, but we can see it. So this is the cheese bar area, so you can see it's not so ready to welcome people because we are closed, so we can't serve nothing. And this is the shop area, so it is.
Manuela, when did you open Perenzin, the bar?
It was 9 years ago.
Oh wow!
So you can see our shop, our cheeses.
And one thing I like about you, that you don't just keep cheeses, you also are keeping a lot of local products made by local artisans, right? I mean, organic food. Yes.
For example, these are grapefruit. Succo di frutta, come si dice?
Fruit juice.
Fruit juice. It's local.
Okay.
And also, these are products that come from vegetable, from a producer, a local producer. You can see our award.
Yeah, I can see that.
The most important award.
Of course.
And we have also a small part of a charcuterie.
Yes. And I can testify, they're very nice.
Yeah. And we are, like you can see, we are ready for terrible pairing.
Oh my God! Yes, you have to put the in front. Oh wow! Yeah, because in Italy, if you want to be able to serve to the public now, you need to put all the protections. So, but can I just say, it looks so nice because you done it with the wood.
You can see this is the area of the fruit and the vegetable, but now it's empty because it's closed. So all the fruit is in the fridge. And here there is a lot of biscuit, candy. Yeah. And also we can look at our wine area.
Oh, yes.
So, olive oil.
Yes.
Pasta, Gragnano pasta, most important. And
beer as well.
Wine.
Wine and beer as well. And beer.
beer. This is a local producer, very interesting. This one, and also Birra 32. It's really, really important and very new all around the world.
Uh-huh.
And we can look at. Yeah, we are preparing ourselves for the new opening when our government let us to open, and we think to have a different way to serve our client, because now it's not so easy to serve without touching things, touching the client. So we think to prepare a new way to serve. So our client come, order, pay, and then go to the table with this. When we have all the things ready, this vibra, questa
Vibrates,
cosa.
yes, vibrates, yes.
Vibrates, so people can come and take things. So there is no contact direct with the employees.
So you will, okay, so you will not need to use, you know what you need to get yourself? A little, you know the little robot that goes around? So che c'è il robottino?
Scusami, ma non ti ho capito. L'ultima parola.
Devi prenderti il robottino che va in giro.
Sì.
We know with the Japanese things. No, that's a good idea, because the way you're, you know, that you don't have to worry. I mean, until things will not hopefully go back to normal, you know that you can still serve, but you don't have to worry about the safety of the staff and the safety of the clients. That's a brilliant idea. That's very, very good. Because your place is quite big, so it will not be difficult to keep the distances. You just have a big tables.
We take off a lot of chair, because we don't need all the chair, and we think that people can come and relax without have a problem and anxiety to stay too much close to our
one great thing that you do at the cheese bar at I love is that you do cheese tasting with a little bit of explanation as well. I think is a, and you have the opportunity, there is a plate, I love it, that you call it the clock, where you have the opportunity to try the majority of the cheeses that you do, but following a certain itinerary. And I like that, because you build I don't know.
In our menu, you can take the clock, and if you want, me personally or some of our person around can explain to you every cheese, starting from the lighter to finish from the harder and intense in the taste. So it's I think it's really important approach to the tasting, because a lot of people don't know how you can taste cheese. So taste don't mean eat, means taste. It's a really different thing, and I think that especially for our cheeses that are really particular, but also for every food, we have not still the necessity to eat, but we can enjoy our food, so we need to start to taste. So use all our sense to taste everything, not only cheese. So touch in our case, touch the cheese, look at the cheese, smell the cheese, and of course taste. But if you use all your sense, you have a different approach, you have a different sensation, and you can enjoy better the cheese or the food that you are eating. And
have you got a sign or not for Perenzin? Otherwise, I will do a big underneath when I do the video. There will be a big www. But have you got a sign for Perenzin or not?
Scusami, non ho capito.
Ti hai fatto il cartello con i social o no? Ti sei dimenticata? Ah, ok, tira fuori.
No,
There
no,
we
no,
go.
no, 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 non ce l'ho.
Ti sei dimenticato.
Ok.
Okay, no problem. So, where can we find you on the website and which social media? Where can we find you?
The website is perenzin.com. The social media is Perenzin for Instagram, Perenzin, and also for Facebook. You have Perenzin Latteria, but you have also the cheese bar in another page. So you can, but if you come in our website, you can find everything.
And the history
in
as
the
well.
part of the production, in the part of the cheese bar.
Of course. Now, I always ask my guests to have something handmade. It can be anything. What did you decide to bring? Ti ricordi?
My
Oh, your earrings! Oh, you decided to go for earrings. Oh, nice.
yeah.
Okay, I want to know about
I
this.
bought
Okay.
this at Cison. I don't know if you know the Artigianato Vivo.
Yes.
And they are for sure handmade, but I forget how many years I have them. But it was in a combination with the shirt, so I would like to show. You can see.
Yes.
I can show you. They are punctured.
Tira su. Oh, okay. So that's a Murano glass bead. Looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it. Marisa she will confirm in a second. And the silver underneath, right? That's very nice. Very, very nice. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. The
So,
flower are for sure and punctured.
okay, so two questions. One, are we gonna have, are all the cheese fairs stopped, of course, or are they going on without the actually people? Are they gonna do them anyway?
I really don't know. It's no, it's too much early to think to this. For this year, I think it's not
What
not
happened?
possible. No,
Mm-mm-mm.
because some people look at September, October. There are a lot of fair planned for September and October, but I'm not sure that they are going to open them. It's the moment of the fair. It's a very, a really good moment to meet person, but to meet a lot of person together. So
Yes.
I was
Yes.
just in the last day of February in Paris to the Salon du Fromage, and I
Whoa.
think it was the last fair made in Europe.
Wow.
And it was the first day that there was problem in Italy, and I went in Paris with terrified from the coronavirus, but there was no problem at that
Oh,
time,
wow.
of course,
Yeah.
and I think it was the last fair, and I don't know how many times we need to open another time. Fair.
Okay, then a silly
But
question.
I think that it's this way to present. It's a new way. Of course, you don't have
Not the same.
the perfume or the taste, but some company are organizing, making tasting. Also, we are trying to make tasting, selling the different cheeses and sending the cheese to the person that want to
Okay.
join
So,
us.
okay. So what you do is you organize like a class, let's say,
Yes,
like a
yeah,
certain hour. You say if you want, you book. You can purchase
yeah,
the box. You send a
yeah,
certain number of
yes,
cheeses,
yes,
and then
yeah,
everybody connects at the same time, and you talk to
yes,
them with the cheese. That's a great idea. That's a
yeah,
very
yeah,
great idea. That's a good idea because
yeah,
it is the extra service. You
yeah,
still buying online, but you get
yeah,
also
yeah,
this information. That's a
yeah.
very good idea. Okay, let me know because we'll publicize this.
We can try the next time to
Yeah,
involve
that's
almost Italian or European
yeah, that
people,
would
but
be that's
Italian.
a that's a
Yeah,
very great thing. Now,
yeah,
one last stupid question. Just tell me if
yeah.
it's stupid. But could you actually do a cheese, of a drunken cheeses? Could you do one drunken with beer?
Yes, you could. Some producer make it, but in the future we can try. We make a trial, but a lot of years ago, and it's not so easy because here usually give bitterness, and bitterness is not
Okay.
good for cheese.
And of course.
So we need to avoid this bitterness. So we are looking. Maybe we can.
No, is that when you were
Yes.
showing the beers, I thought, okay,
Yeah,
so they do.
but
Okay.
the
So,
idea it's the idea is not only to make a cheese with beer, but to make a taste cheese with beer or with wine or with other drink. So it's a different approach now. Usually you have a combination with wine, but there is a lot of interesting combination with beer. For example,
also too much cheese is also with other drinks.
Yes, for a lot of years ago I make a tasting for professional with alcohol. So it was whiskey, it was cognac,
liquors,
it was
yes.
vodka, liquors. Sorry.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was really interesting, especially the preparation, because to make a tasting we need to make a lot of trial to decide which is the best, and so you need to drink.
I can just see you how drunk. I can just see you how drunk you were.
Yeah.
Doing that tasting. Okay, another thing. So the article hasn't come out yet because I've been meant to write it like 2 months ago, but still haven't found the time. Manuela very kindly was one of the sponsors during the Carnival of Venice. There was a big event with the Marie. There were the beautiful 12 girls that go around Venice all dressed up, and they represent the women of Venice in a way.
Yeah.
We had a beautiful event with Cook in Venice where we actually taught the girls to cook, kind of, and very kindly Emanuela gave us her beautiful cheese, and I got to say, it got polished, literally. I can still remember the scene. I took the tray out, I put it down, managed to take a few photos, and then it was gone. And it was a lot of cheese. It was definitely a lot of cheese. And I remember, and Ariana and I, we were thinking, oh yeah, the end of the lesson. Oh, Ariana said, look, you can take that cheese, and I can take that cheese. We were all happy because we're gonna have some cheese at home. Nothing. We got nothing left. It was like, oh, and the girls were going like, oh, but this cheese is very nice. I said, yeah. So, and it was interesting because most of them had never eaten drunken cheese. Can you believe it? And they are local girls. So it's very interesting that even our own people don't know so much about drunken cheese.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
But now you know that we can send also our cheeses in Venice, so you can look at our
I know. I saw it today, and I was talking to my son, and I thought maybe we should put, instead of having like the grill, the grill meat or the pizza next time, we should get it delivered. Definitely. Listen, Emanuela, thank you so much. Listen, I really hope you're gonna be opening before the 18th. I know it's 2 weeks away, but let's hope you'll be able to open the bar before then. But in the meantime, I know that you're open with the shop, so that's good. And thank you so much for this lovely chat. And I learn every time I speak to you, I learn more things. I love it. I just love it.
Thank you to you to invite me, and see you next time. And also, or see you here. We wait for all of you here.
Yeah, definitely.
To visit we can visit the shop, but also we can visit the warehouse, so you can see a lot of different cheeses, and also you can visit our area there are a lot of fantastic vineyard around here. It's a very, very nice place for this new kind of tourism. So
Yes.
now very slow, very few people, and it is the ideal place to stay.
Because I forgot to say, you also organize cheese classes, don't you? Where you show people how to
yes,
cheese. How about
yes.
that?
Yes, we make this. It's a sort of school of an half day, so people can prepare. Every person has a personal caciotta, so they come home with the small caciotta make
Bene.
by
Guys, all you got
self-made.
to do is come back to Italy, and when you come back,
Yes.
remember, there isn't just Venice. The Veneto is a very big region, and we got this kind of experiences to offer you. Emanuela, thank you. Grazie ancora. Stay indoors
Ciao,
and stay
cara.
safe, and stay everybody. Ciao, ciao, carissima.
Ciao.
Ciao.